Julianne Jones here with another video blog for you. Just got home from vacation last week. I went to Lake Tahoe with my best friend Sharon and her husband John. And John is an investment advisor. And he goes to a lot of investment conferences, and those companies love to give away things like hats and t-shirts and jackets with their logo. Well, John kept wearing this same hat for one of the products that he represents as a financial planner. And he picked up 3 new clients while we were running around Lake Tahoe just having fun on vacation. You know, basically one person read his hat and said, "I've been looking for someone who can help me. I really want to, get some of those funds," or whatever it was. And he ended up handing him his business card and is following up with him this week. So the point I want to make is this is the time of year when almost everyone travels, at least for part of the summer. You maybe go camping or you go on a trip to visit your family or whatever, but you're out and about and you're traveling. And it's the perfect opportunity to build a national team for your direct sales business. I actually wrote a blog post on this last year, and it really hit home for me as we were out with my friend and her husband. Now, one thing I will tell you is he actually only had a few business cards the first day we went out, and he remedied that in a big hurry. So I went back and looked at the blog post that I wrote about recruiting on the road, and there were a couple of great ideas that I wanted to share with you. I actually printed it out so that I could reference it, and I'm going to put a link to that blog post in this post as well, so you can go back and read it if you want to. But a couple of really good ideas to consider that you might not have thought about. First of all, you want to make sure that if you're out and about, you're in a restaurant, you're in a hotel lobby talking to someone at the front desk or service people in particular, find a way to start the conversation that leads to your product if you possibly can. A great way to do that is to carry a purse that displays your products on the outside of it. I know I've seen those before. Wear something that has the logo. My product was jewelry, so I actually wore my product, and that sometimes would start the conversation. I always made sure that I had catalogs and brochures with me to leave in hotel rooms, along with tips, in a cab. Anytime you're out and about, if you can just drop a brochure or a catalog if they're not too expensive, it's a great, great, great marketing plan. And then find a way to engage, especially a service person, in a conversation about what they love most about their job. I always ask the question, so what do you love most about being a waitress or about working here or whatever? And chances are really good, they're going to start out by telling you what they don't love the most about it, or at least it's going to lead to that, which is a perfect opening for you to say, wow, that's so interesting, because there's somebody on my team who has almost the same story as you, and she was working as a full-time waitress, and now she's quit her job and she's home doing my business. I find if you start with the positive, tell me what you love most about what you do, many times people are just naturally going to kind of jump to the negative, which gives you an opening to talk about your opportunity. You also want to consider this idea, and I love this. I did this not only when I traveled, but I also did it actually at the local mall where I lived about every 3 or 4 months. I created a survey, and it was a really simple survey about basically, and I'm going to give you some sample questions in a minute, but just, I would say, I'm conducting a survey for work. I was wondering if you'd take 60 seconds and just fill this survey out for me, because, especially since we're traveling this summer, I'm getting some input from this part of the state or this part of the country. And I put just a simple survey with these questions. How many hours a week do you work? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being love it, 1 being I hate it, 10 being I'm very satisfied. How satisfied are you with the income level at your current job? And have you ever considered working from home? 3 simple questions, and the key is to make sure that you put at the top of that sheet name, address, phone number, email, Facebook, so that you can get back in touch with them once you get home. And you'll be surprised at what happens. A lot of times, usually people are willing to fill that out, and many times if you say, hey, can I follow up with you, they're happy to hear from you. So those are just a couple of tips. What I want you to remember is, because you work for yourself, you're self-employed, you're kind of always working. Now, that doesn't mean I never want you to take any time off, but it does mean that I want you to think, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, about building your team, about increasing your business. That's a really, really smart way to interact with the world. And so when you're on vacation this summer, make it your goal to talk to at least 2 or 3 people a day, maybe using some of the ideas I shared or in your own way, to just get the word out, and if nothing else, it gives you practice so that when you do get back home in your own comfortable environment, it makes it easier for you to share your opportunity or your products. Anyway, hope you're having a fabulous summer. I can't believe the summer is almost halfway over. I'm another year older. I have a July birthday. I hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous summer season with your family, and I'll talk with you again soon.